The 5 richest people in the world now own more than half of the planet's wealth. Let that sink in for a moment. We're not talking about 5 countries pooling resources. We're not talking about 5 corporations generating profit. This is 5 individuals, 5 human beings, whose combined fortunes outweigh the financial standing of billions of people combined. It sounds like the plot of a dystopian science fiction movie, the kind where shadowy elites control everything from behind the scenes. Yet, this isn't fiction. It's happening right now, in our world, under our watch. Imagine walking into a room with half the world's money sitting on a table. Who gets it? Not governments, not charities, not millions of struggling families, just 5 chairs at the table, occupied by Elon Musk, Bernard Arnault, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Warren Buffett. These names are so familiar, they've almost become larger than life, like modern monarchs ruling invisible kingdoms. Together, their net worth surpasses $850 billion. That's more wealth than the bottom 3.9 billion people on Earth combined. Think about that for a second. Nearly half the world's population scrambling to survive, and 5 people's fortunes outweigh them all. So how did we get here? How did a handful of individuals amass wealth so colossal it defies imagination? To answer that, we need to look at their stories, their empires, and the deeper system that allows such inequality to exist in the first place. Because this isn't just about billionaires, it's about how money shapes power, politics, and ultimately, our everyday lives. Elon Musk's journey to unimaginable wealth began with early bets on internet technology. He co-founded PayPal, revolutionizing online payments before selling it for a massive profit. With that capital, he took risks few dared to take, investing in Tesla, a company ridiculed at first, but now at the forefront of electric vehicles, and SpaceX, which made reusable rockets a reality. Musk's genius isn't just engineering. It's vision, branding, and the ability to convince the world his ideas are inevitable. Then we have Bernard Arnault, the quiet titan of luxury. While others chased tech startups, Arnault saw opportunity in the timeless allure of luxury brands. He began buying up struggling fashion houses and transforming them into a monopoly under LVMH. Today, Louis Vuitton, Dior, Moet & Chandon, and dozens of other brands fall under his empire. Arnault doesn't just sell products, he sells status, desire, and aspiration, and people around the world pay dearly for it. Jeff Bezos, perhaps the most famous rags-to-riches tech mogul, started Amazon in his garage. It began as a humble online bookstore, but Bezos' obsession with growth and efficiency turned it into the everything store, a global giant that reshaped retail forever. His empire now stretches into streaming, cloud computing, logistics, and even space exploration. Amazon isn't just a company, it's an ecosystem billions of people rely on daily. Mark Zuckerberg, meanwhile, built his fortune on one of the most addictive products ever created, social media. What started as a college campus experiment turned into Facebook, then expanded into Instagram, WhatsApp, and now Meta's bold bet on virtual reality. Zuckerberg's wealth stems from one powerful currency: attention. He figured out how to capture and monetize the world's time, and that's why he sits among the richest of the rich. Finally, Warren Buffett, the sage of Omaha. Unlike the flashier billionaires, Buffett built his empire with patience, discipline, and an uncanny ability to pick investments. Through Berkshire Hathaway, he amassed ownership stakes in some of the world's most stable, profitable companies. While Musk gambles on the future and Bezos disrupts industries, Buffett proves that sometimes slow and steady really does win the race. Together, these 5 men illustrate the many paths to extreme wealth: innovation, branding, monopolization, attention capture, and patience. But what unites them is the staggering scale of their fortunes and the fact that their wealth grows fastest during times of global crisis. According to Oxfam, their collective wealth ballooned while billions struggled through recessions, pandemics, and inflation. During downturns, when ordinary people lose jobs, homes, and security, billionaires' assets, stocks, companies, patents soar in value. The system is designed so the rich don't just survive crises, they thrive in them. And this brings us to the real question: why does this matter? Money, after all, isn't just about luxuries and lifestyles. At this level, money buys influence. It shapes political agendas. It funds media empires. It controls the technologies billions of people use every single day. Billionaire wealth extends far beyond personal bank accounts. It touches every corner of modern society. When billionaires pour money into lobbying, laws shift in their favor. When they invest in media, narratives bend subtly towards their interests. When they create technology platforms, they dictate how people communicate, shop, and even think. Wealth inequality, therefore, isn't just an abstract number. It's about opportunity, or the lack of it. When a few control most resources, the rest of the world plays on an uneven field. Education, healthcare, wages, even the ability to dream about a better future, all of it gets affected. In some countries, a billionaire's single donation can reshape national policies. Meanwhile, families at the bottom struggle to cover basic needs. The gap widens, not just financially, but socially, politically, and morally. It wasn't always like this. In the 1980s, billionaires were rare, almost mythical. Today, there are over 2,600 of them worldwide. But the top 5? They're in a league of their own, holding a concentration of wealth that outpaces even their billionaire peers. Private jets lined up on runways, mega yachts bigger than hotels, sprawling estates, these are symbols of wealth. But the true power lies in their ability to shift economies with a single decision, to influence markets with a single word. So can this change? Some argue for higher taxes on billionaires. Others demand greater access to education, healthcare, and entrepreneurship, so more people have a fair chance to succeed. Protests erupt around the world calling for reform, while billionaires defend themselves as visionaries, job creators, and innovators. The truth likely lies somewhere in the middle. Yes, they've contributed innovations that change the world, but the balance of power is undeniably skewed, and it's shifting faster than ever before. Whether you view these men as geniuses or monopolists, one truth remains: money isn't just currency, it's control. It decides who gets opportunities and who doesn't. It influences what we see, what we buy, and even how we think. And while most of us play by the rules themselves are often written by those who already won. So where does that leave us? Understanding the system is the first step. Knowledge is power. By recognizing how wealth is concentrated, we begin to ask better questions. Should any 5 individuals hold so much? What does that say about fairness, democracy, and the future of opportunity? And more importantly, what can we do to create a more balanced system? Whether you see billionaires as heroes of progress or symbols of inequality, one thing is undeniable. Their influence isn't going away anytime soon. They are rewriting economies, shaping politics, and building futures most of us can barely imagine. The question is, will they use that influence to lift humanity up, or tighten their grip on power? If this opened your eyes, now's the time to act. Share this message. Spark conversations, because awareness spreads faster than money, and change begins with those willing to see the truth. So like this video, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who needs to understand how wealth really works in today's world. Because knowledge is power, and the more we understand the system, the better our chances of changing it. If this video made you think differently about money and power, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Let's spread awareness, because knowledge is the first step toward change. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate your time. See you in the next video.